located in present-day Chhattisgarh. He belonged to the Binjwar tribal community, known for its warrior tradition. His family had a legacy of leadership, with his great-grandfather serving as the Dewan, chief minister, of Sonakhan. From a young age, Narayan Singh was raised in an environment that valued honor, justice, and courage. He received training in martial arts, horse riding, and weaponry, preparing him to lead and protect his people. At the age of 35, he inherited the title of Zmindar, landlord, from his father, Ram Sai, taking responsibility for Sonakhan and its welfare. In 1856, a severe famine struck his region, and Narayan Singh broke open grain stores to feed starving villagers. The British arrested him for this act of compassion, seeing his defiance as a threat to their authority. With the help of local supporters, he heroically escaped jail and rallied an army of 500 villagers and tribesmen. Singh fiercely fought the British forces, inspiring the people with his leadership and bravery. Despite bold resistance, he was eventually captured through British cunning. On 10 December 1857, Veer Narayan Singh was executed by hanging at Jayastambh Chowk, Raipur, becoming the first martyr of Chhattisgarh's freedom struggle. The government of Chhattisgarh honors him with the Shahid Veer Narayan Singh Samman, stamps, institutions, and naming landmarks such as the International Cricket Stadium in Raipur after him. His life remains a symbol of sacrifice, justice, and the enduring spirit of freedom for Chhattisgarh and India.
Virat Hindustan Sangam pays tribute to this great freedom fighter of Chhattisgarh. We have the slide. So with these words, it is over to Dr. Subramaniam Swamy to initiate today's discussion on the topic, should Modi follow his own rule and retire at 75 in September 2025. Over to Dr. Subramaniam Swamy.
Maybe this is why somebody is being...
Tejas, again, we just have to make some audio. Viewers, we're having some technical difficulties with the audio, but we should be, bear with us. I think we should be able to correct it in about a minute, in less than a few seconds. Sorry about it. We set it up and there's some issue that we're having. I don't know what it is. Just a minute or so. Sorry about that. Yeah, Tejas, can you try? Dr. Swamy, can you try speaking now?
1, 2, 3, 3, 2,
Yes,
1.
sir, go ahead. Yes, sir, go ahead.
I'd like to say that the issue arises because it is widely considered now in India that Mr. Modi has not been able to do anything which is of vital importance to India. He has been, of course, traveling around the world and so on, but then, nothing has come out of it. Even the Americans are making fun of him in their newspapers. But the fact of the matter is that we want to know that the issue, because Mr. Modi actually was instrumental in seeing that people like Advani and Joshi and Jethmalani were all pushed out of the party. And therefore, if that was the reason why they were pushed out, then that same reason applies to him. And the question now for us is whether the facts are such that he should be asked to leave because of the fact that many of the things that have happened in the country have been suppressed by the media, on the pressure of the government. But the fact is that it has now all come out. Now, the first is that he has failed in the crucial areas of foreign policy. And who is with us today? The Pakistanis have much better say with the Americans now. The Chinese are anyway partners of Pakistan. The Russians, of course, we don't know on whose side they are. And there's not much that they can give us anyway. So in one sense, first of all, let me say that the facts show that he has miserably failed in foreign policy. And China has got the advantage. They have taken over much of Indian territory, which is not being publicized by the Indian government. They are bound to publicize the status of our border areas, but because China has taken it all undisputed areas of India in Ladakh, the facts have been hidden. It's a treason in one sense. Now the second thing is that we had such opportunities to finish off Pakistan. The other, some time ago, when those horrible 4 men from Pakistan shot dead in the front of their wives, 26 of our Hindus in Kashmir. We were supposed to have retaliated, but it was very weak retaliation. We didn't, for example, accept the call of Baluchistan people saying this is the time to liberate us from Pakistan. We ignored it. So with the other states of Pakistan which want to separate, the only part which wants to stay with Pakistan is the Punjab one next to the Lahore, its capital. So I am afraid that why did we not accept the call of Baluchistan to declare independence like the Bangladesh did in 1971. So here we see this kind of thing going all through, and I would say that foreign policy has been a major failure on the part of Mr. Modi, and I would think that if what the newspapers have obliquely said, if indeed in September when his birthday comes, the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh and other forces who support our party, they are thinking that he should step down, and I hope that they are successful in that. The other thing is corruption is galore. I can't tell you the extent of corruption because it's our party. I can speak. I've written letters on this, but no action. And the corruption is just vastly increased. And some of the favorite industrialists, oh my God, the amount of looting they have done. So this is another aspect which makes it that the title that we have, should Modi follow his own rule, where he said people who are corrupt should resign much earlier, and made so many of the people go to Gyan Ganga or whatever it was.
Margdarshak.
That's right, Margdarshak Mandal. So this is one aspect. The economic failure, I can give anyone from the Congress, or because Congress is also against him. So anyone from the BJP in the government wants to debate with me in front of everybody, or incognito, in secrecy with only our party men there, I'm willing to show that there has been a huge collapse right from the day Mr. Modi became Prime Minister. Till today, we have gone up and down 6% per growth rate, which is much lower than what Narasimha Rao had achieved, and even much lower than what Manmohan Singh had achieved. So that the economic thing is also a failure. The poor have been very badly affected by this. The middle class is very badly affected. Only the rich seems to have some of the rich, not even all the rich, have perhaps benefited. So the self-reliance argument, which was used to be given, has been given a knockout blow, because all kinds of companies from abroad have come and replaced our Indian companies. Then the question of social security and safety, everybody knows that in the public, that the public safety today is in the lowest level, and in every city we are having major things. Some of these things are being suppressed, but this is another thing which I am ready to debate with any congressman or I mean, a congressman, of course, will not come before me on this matter or any other matter. But I'm saying anybody from BJP wants to debate with me, I'm willing to debate and show that there has been a huge economic failure in our country in the last 11 years. Social safety, also as I mentioned, following this, the issues which require our party to prove its bona fide is the rebuilding of temples. For the Ram Mandir, I had to fight so much, and the day I got it through the Supreme Court, Modi went and made out that as if he did it, and after it was set up, he just buzzed off, and the construction is still going in a very slow state. The Ram Mandir has still not been made. But there's also so many others that at least two more are very important. Krishna Janmabhoomi, why that has not been taken up? When we said we would in our manifesto that we will liberate it and re-establish the Krishna Mandir, the Janam Mandir, and same thing with in Varanasi, where a huge Shiva had planted the Jyotirling there. That place is now as a masjid, and they are holding prayers for masjid, sitting on top of all kinds of our holy Hindu matters. So here is another example of that. And of course, much talk goes about in Sanskrit, but not a single, there's been no preparation for the ordinary people who know Hindi or even any other language to come and learn Sanskrit and show how Sanskrit vocabulary is there in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has 40% of its words from Sanskrit, but nobody knows about it. So I would say, looking at the fact that these on Sanskrit, on temples, and so on, there has been absolutely no work. And in this total context, I would say we have even on what should have been automatically done. I tried very hard to remove socialism and secularism from the preamble of the Constitution, and but the government gave me no support. In fact, they came and supported the continuation of that. Maybe because they didn't want me to get the credit, perhaps. All right, then why didn't you do it yourself? But they didn't do that either. And today, the most obnoxious, illegally implanted in the emergency time by Mrs. Indira Gandhi, socialism, capitalism in our constitution, and that too in the preamble of the constitution, which is supposed to have been written in 1949 and adopted in 1952. That constitution has been disgraced by what has happened. So in all these matters, I would say, putting it together, today I would say it is most important that when we heard that there is a move that he should now step down, I think this is something which we all are looking forward to. Otherwise, this country will definitely lose its elections to our opponents, and those opponents are no better than us. Over to you, Jagdish.
Dr. Swami, we apologize to our viewers of some technical hitches we have been facing. But thank you, Dr. Swami, for the initial opening remarks on this very important topic, which is being debated in a lot of social media platforms, as well as on YouTube, and even some part of the print media, or I would say not in the mainstream media, but it has been being debated, and there's a lot of speculation about the retirement. Dr. Swami, I just want to make some remarks before we ask some more questions. My remark is Modi very skillfully in the year 2014 spread an impression that all those who are above 75 will be kept out of the cabinet. And in that process, he tried to, although there was no formal BJP rule, and I'm saying all this because now he wants to take advantage. His chamchas are trying to say and we have got statements from Amit Modi, including whom I never consider as a chamcha, but he also said it from Maharashtra, somebody, the party president, that there is no such rule. But when the rule was introduced and Modi eliminated his internal party leaders, and they were very happy that the 75 rule was there. But now, when it is becoming uncomfortable or hot for Modi himself, they are trying to spread that there is no such rule. But I think Modi is bound by another rule also, that most of the pracharaks who are connected with the RSS, and I am very specific, pracharaks who have been past pracharaks and who has gone into politics, most of them are quitting their post at the age of 75. So even if BJP did not have this age barrier, which anyway Modi implemented it, now there is no go that he has to quit. And already he has passed 11 years, and on many issues he has not delivered. In fact, I am, as a Hindutva agenda person, I would say he has not yet introduced a uniform civil code act. He has not introduced the ban on cow slaughter. He has not introduced a uniform national ban on conversion, and he has yet not released the government control of temples all over the country. Now, many of you may be wondering, maybe there are some southern states which is not controlled by the BJP. There the BJP is demanding that they be released. But there are numerous temples, including in Madhya Pradesh, including in Gujarat, including in Uttar Pradesh and other places where BJP is not releasing the temple from government control. And as done in Uttarakhand, where BJP was ruling, they have taken over some government, taken over some temples under government control. Then Dr. Swami had to fight, the Hindu population, the priests had to fight, and ultimately it was restored back to the priests and the Hindu people. So it is not only that Rule 75, Modi has not kept his truth or his allegiance to the Hindutva constitution, or I would say Hindutva manifesto or ideology. And I have mentioned these 5 points: uniform civil code, cow slaughter, banning of forcible conversion, freeing temples. These are some of the points he has miserably failed. Even a president of the USA has 2 terms of 8 years. This gentleman has a term, he has passed 11 years, and on many of the issues he has not delivered. Sure that BJP, some agendas may have been implemented, and as far as corruption, black money and good governance is concerned, Modi has been a failure. There's no doubt about it. It is uniform that the ease of doing business is not improved since 2014. So all these aspects put together, Modi is a failure. He should honor his own rule and should retire and go away. So this is my opening remarks after Dr. Swami has said. We'll hear others and we will discuss this further. Arvind, आप क्या बोलोगे?
Yes, I agree with the initial points made by Dr. Swami as far as the age limit is concerned. Discipline has been one of the hallmark of the BJP and RSS, and once a practice is established, that practice should be followed by one and all. We know, as Dr. Swami initially said, whether it was Murli Manohar Joshi ji or Advani ji or Shanta Kumar ji or others, they were sidelined in the name of Margdarshak Mandal, mainly because giving this reason that it was 75 years. And when the issue of many people, I think the only exception they made, even for the election distribution of election tickets, whether it was in Lok Sabha or whether it was in assemblies, Yadu Birappa was only made an exception once, and thereafter he himself voluntarily opted out. But if BJP and RSS has to follow the practice which has been in the past, then naturally Modi should retire himself. Number one, I agree with Jagdish, all the points which he made, and initial point made by Dr. Swami about the economy. Economy all round is going down. In fact, I would say that Modi's performance has been going down ever since he came back as a third time elected in 2024. It is not only economy, it is the external affairs. If you look at the India's relationship with neighboring countries or any other country, the India's image, and as Dr. Swami initially said about the corruption, people have started talking about silently that person who came to remove the, in the name of corruption, he came to oppose the Congress in 2014, and all those things which he had promised initially, except Article 370. And though they claim Ram Temple to be their achievement, but Ram Temple was because of Supreme Court. And if there was any other person who had contributed to it, was Dr. Swami, his legal battle in the court, though the credit was not given to him. So therefore, I think Modi has already had a good inning, success or otherwise. The history will judge that. But I think since the country is going down in all directions, the reason is 75 or no 75, a person who is non-performer should go, and it should be replaced by a person who is better placed in terms of performance. And I'm sure there is sufficient talent available in Bharatiya Janata Party, which can be identified by people who make decisions, whether it is Nagpur or whether it is collective advice of the other BJP leaders. The talent is available and should be identified, and Modi should be replaced.
Ramesh ji,
Yes, thank you, Jagdishji. Most of the things that have to be said has been said, but I just want to mention, where did the 75 rule come from? This was created by none other than the biggest crook called Arun Jaitley. This was made only to keep only one person out in 2014. That was Dr. Swami. This was a crooked plan, a vicious plan, a malicious plan perpetrated by this crook who lost an election even in a Modi wave. And Modi, like a gullible man, as he is today, as he was there, and even today, people I think, make a fool of him. He misled Modi, and that Dr. Swami will overtake him. Modi's fear of then being an insecure person continues today, and today also is an insecure person, and that is the reason why he kept Dr. Swami out in 2014 and now turns 180 degrees, become a total hypocrite and saying that, okay, now that rule doesn't exist. Though he doesn't say it directly, he has his Andhbakt and Gandhbakt army running around and saying that there is no such rule. And very unfortunate, like some ministers or some party people in Maharashtra saying these things. The absolute the pittance of this is if he kept people out, he should follow the same rule. The height of it is Mohan Bhagwat himself said that after 75 people should walk away. I think it was a very clear message, but very subtly delivered by Mohan Bhagwat, saying that, you know what, it's time for you to go. I think there is a Modi fatigue, Dr. Swami, as you mentioned, because in every front, in the past 6 months, India has failed. Be it the Pahalgam attacks. We have still, as you said, we have still not caught those four murderers, terrorists who have killed 26 people. We have not given any solution to what happened. I mean, even in a disaster after disaster, floods, all over thing, no reaction. And biggest of all, Dr. Swami, what is happening in Manipur? Lack of leadership, lack of vision, to stand up to people. I mean, just because Trump says something, you don't jump around and just say, okay, now I will surrender, we'll create a ceasefire. Now, Trump yesterday said five jets were shot down, 5 fighter jets were shot down. I mean, how long is India going to continue to take this insult, take this nonsense and stay silently? It is beyond me, because even smaller countries are starting to threaten India, Dr. Swami. It has become a joke these days that people in smaller countries are taking pot shots at India, and India says, oh, no, we will follow all diplomatic routes, we will follow this. Where are we ending, Dr. Swami? Because China, as you said, has been occupying one part of the country after another. and Jolly Mary, zero reaction from India other than some delegations going around. Overall, I think Modi should accept saying that he has ruled enough for almost 2.5, 3 times. He should say he's not able to get things moving. None of his ministers are. There is absolute lack of freedom within his own ministry. No minister ever raises his voice. They become puppets. Media has become puppet. The public have been made fools. Under the GST, people have been, the economy is under complete shambles because under the guise of GST and all that nonsense, people are not able to make ends meet. The job market is in a very bad shape. People are just getting laid off left, right, and center. At what point in time, document, there needs to be a rejigging. We need BJP to continue. The idea is not, oh, bring Rahul Gandhi in. That's a stupid idea. That's an idiotic statement to make. BJP to continue. But we need a better leadership who thinks differently, make sure that we have all the agenda that we originally said that we were supposed to do, protect Hindus, get rid of, of the government interference in temples. Jagdishji, I want to add one more temple to that, Pandharpur. The biggest fraud perpetrated by Devendra Fadnavis in taking over the BJP government and taking over the temple. Dr. Swami is fighting a big case against it, and people who are on our side are getting subtly threatened by this BJP government to withdraw the case. At what point the Hindus have to wake up and realize that they need to have BJP continue. Absolutely, we're not asking for BJP to be fired or getting thrown out. But if Modi continues the way that he is doing, he's going to face the same song that Indira Gandhi faced. They're going to get thrown out at the cost of what? Modi's ego? That's unacceptable, Dr. Swami. I just want to make these two statements and leave it at that.
But if I may add,
Dr. Swami. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is there anybody else?
No, sir. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. We'll join in later, but you can give your remarks.
No, what I'm saying is the self that people should not have more than 2 terms. Now, he is himself violated that. He has said so many things, each one of them he has violated. Now, how can you develop confidence in the public if you say one thing and then do the exact opposite? His foreign trips, when the money factor comes in through a proper agency, you will know how much has been wasted on these foreign trips. And to what? I mean, he goes to every small country. No big country's leader will go. Have you ever seen, say, the Xi Jinping of China? He goes to Africa, but then he gets the African totally committed to China. So he picks that way. This man goes in 5 countries at the same time. Then go off to Brazil. It's so. I don't think that he has any interest in the development within India, and the Prime Minister has the job, and an easy job, I would say, to see that the ministers are acting according to the promises made. And none of it has been done. There's no minister who has been called and said, okay, this is what you should have done and not done. The only ministers who are a little frightened today are those whom he might have threatened to throw them out. There has been nothing. Or their other weaknesses are brought out as a threat. So this is not the way a democracy should go. So I think democracy definitely has undergone a weakening in our state. That's one. The economy has no policies at all. What is the policy in economics? Why don't they debate? I told them myself, I wrote a letter also to the party, saying have a debate between me and somebody you select from the party. And if you're afraid of media, then let's have within the party, call all the party MPs, MLAs, everybody, and then have a debate. I'll be happy to debate. And not interested because I don't think that they want the truth to come out. It has been all these people like Adani and others who have been favorites, who have got whatever they wanted. So I think what we are facing today is the collapse of this system and the democratic system. And that is what is the outcome of the style of functioning of Mr. Modi. And he doesn't want any challenges. So therefore, anyone, if he shows his head, he'll be chopped off, or he will be put into a Margdarshan bundle or something like that. So that is the core issue on which the public wants us to see how we can make a change. Over to you, Jagdish.
Thank you, Dr. Swami. As uh, properly pointed out by Ramesh Swami, the unbucks and the gun bucks think that they want to divert the issues. The Modi bucks saying that if Modi is gone, then Rahul Gandhi will come as Prime Minister. But we are not advocating that. We are advocating that BJP is a democratic party. It has a history. Its pre-runner Jansang was there. We fought the emergency. There are very capable leaders in the BJP who can replace Modi as the leader of the BJP parliamentary party. So what we are demanding is that Modi's rule should be made applicable and Modi should step out and another capable BJP leader should take over and become the prime minister of the country. There is no doubt BJP will rule for another few terms, because if it seriously implements the BJP Hindutva agenda, the people of India will stand with the BJP, and Congress and all its alliance partners are no match to the BJP. अरविंद, आप हमारे हिंदी प्रेक्षक के लिए या
अरविंद, जगदीश जी,
मैं जगदीश इस पे कुछ कहना चाहूंगा। जो हमारा मूल विषय है 75 वर्ष का जो एक बैरियर है या जो एक अवरोध है, इसलिए कि 75 साल के बाद लोग उतने मेंटली अलर्ट नहीं रहते मानसिक रूप से, इसलिए। लेकिन मैं इस बात को नहीं मानता। मेरे सामने उदाहरण है, हमारे बगल में डॉक्टर स्वामी जी बैठे हुए हैं इस कार्यक्रम के लिए, और यदि हम बीजेपी के अंदर ही कोई टैलेंट देखेंगे जो नरेंद्र मोदी से ज़्यादा काबिल है और उम्र में ज़्यादा होते हुए भी नरेंद्र मोदी से ज़्यादा अलर्ट है, फिजिकली ज़्यादा फिट है, तो मैं तो ये चाहूँगा कि 75 वर्ष का बाधा हम नहीं करें, लेकिन हम परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर बोलें कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी का परफॉर्मेंस लगातार गिरता जा रहा है, उनकी जनता में छवि लगातार गिरती जा रही है। जो सबसे बड़ी बात भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग उनके प्रशंसा में कहते थे, वो कहते थे कि उन्होंने विदेशों में हमारी इमेज छवि सुधारी है, लेकिन आज जो हालत हो रही है, विदेशों में हमारी छवि लगातार गिरती जा रही है, और वो विदेशी नीति के फेलियर की वजह से हो रही है। इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि सिर्फ अगर परफॉर्मेंस एक क्राइटेरिया को बनाए, हम परफॉर्मेंस को ही एक क्राइटेरिया बनाए, उस परफॉर्मेंस के आधार पर भी हमें ये कहना चाहिए कि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपकी परफॉर्मेंस लगातार गिरती जा रही है, और देश को संभालने के लिए अब एक सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ की भी जिम्मेदारी है, क्योंकि लोगों ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लगातार 11 साल से जो जहां जहां विजय दिलाई है, उसके मूल कारण है कि आरएसएस का जो कैडर है, जो जनता में उनकी छवि है। और अब मैं ये देख रहा हूँ, मेरी अपनी एक रीडिंग इस प्रकार की है कि आरएसएस में, बीजेपी में भी मतभेद बढ़ रहा है। आरएसएस को चाहिए कि यदि देश का प्रश्न है, देश की प्रतिष्ठा का प्रश्न है, देश की प्रगति का प्रश्न है, विकास का प्रश्न है, इन सारे प्रश्नों के आधार पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को स्वयं हट जाना चाहिए। यदि वो नहीं हटते तो आरएसएस को इंसिस्ट करना चाहिए कि चूंकि आपकी परफॉर्मेंस उस प्रकार से लगातार गिर रही है, और एक नहीं, डॉक्टर स्वामी ने कहा कि वो चैलेंज करते हैं किसी को भी डिबेट के बुलाने के लिए। मैं समझता हूं कि किसी भी मुद्दे पे, सिर्फ आर्थिक मुद्दे पे नहीं, किसी भी मुद्दे पे अगर चुनौती दी जाएगी तो ये बहुत आसानी से सिद्ध किया जा सकता है। इट कैन बी प्रूव्ड वेरी इजीली with evidence, with data, and with the all kind of supporting evidence that the performance all-round performance, I have been saying this earlier also, has been going down. And अब समय आ गया है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को तुरंत अपने अंदर ही सुधार करना चाहिए। पार्टी की इनर डेमोक्रेसी खत्म हो गई है, पार्टी में कोई आंतरिक लोकतंत्र नहीं बचा है। आप चुनाव की बात करते हैं, पार्टी में भारतीय जनता पार्टी बता नहीं सकती कि किस स्तर पर, जिले से लेकर प्रदेश और प्रदेश से लेकर राष्ट्रीय स्तर तक कोई भी संगठन का चुनाव नहीं हो रहा है। क्यों? कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने इस पर ऐसी पकड़ बनाई हुई है कि पार्टी में आंतरिक लोकतंत्र खत्म हो गया है। पार्टी की राष्ट्रीय कार्यकारिणी, नेशनल एग्जीक्यूटिव की मीटिंग नहीं होती, पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड की मीटिंग होती है, उसमें 4 लोग बैठते हैं और फैसला ले लेते हैं। लेकिन जो पार्टी का आंतरिक लोकतंत्र है वो खत्म हो गया है। यदि नरेंद्र मोदी जी स्वयं अपने पद का त्याग करते हैं या आरएसएस उनको मजबूर करती है कि 75 साल की बात हो या दूसरी बात हो या परफॉर्मेंस की बात हो, अब अगर हटते हैं तो मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की टैलेंट, भारतीय जनता पार्टी में जो योग्य लोग हैं वो सामने आएंगे और देश को और आगे ले जाएंगे। और जगदीश, मैं आपसे बिल्कुल सहमत हूं कि हम कभी भी नहीं चाहते कि नरेंद्र मोदी का विकल्प करप्ट भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस बने। कांग्रेस उससे ज्यादा करप्ट है, उसी को हटाने के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी 2014 में लोगों ने लाई थी। और जो विपक्ष है इस समय टोटल नाकाबिल है, अयोग्य है, इसलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी को तब तक बने रहना चाहिए जब तक भारत का पूरा विकास, 2047 की बात लोग करते हैं विकसित भारत की, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने नारा दिया, लेकिन दूसरे लोग इसको पूरा करें, ये मेरा मत है।
थैंक यू प्रोफेसर अरविंद चतुर्वेदी जी। रमेश जी, आपको
Yeah.
कुछ कहना है?
Yes, हाँ जी. Dr. Swami, one additional point, be it the biggest challenge that's facing India, the economy, if you look at it, every country is throwing sanctions. Yesterday, Europe threw, unilateral sanctions on India, and India just said, "Oh, we can't accept it." What do you mean you can't accept it? I mean, is that the way you respond? I mean, they need you more than you need Europe. The EU countries, and India is not able to mount a solid response. And the biggest thing that is looming, Dr. Swami, people that are not aware, people who are listening, Donald Trump has said within 50 days, if Putin does not come to a ceasefire, every country that buys oil from Russia will be thrown 100% tariff.
Yes.
Guess who is the biggest, which country is going to get impacted the biggest? India. Come August 1st, Dr. Swami, India has still not completed the negotiation with America for the tariff situation. Tariffs are automatically going to go up to 50-60%, Dr. Swami. And this is a huge looming issue for India. And Modi is blissfully unaware, sitting in just making one foreign visit after another to benefit probably one or maybe two industrialists in the country. Left, right, and center, they're just roaming around, getting one medal or the other, one collar or the other. And completely ignoring what's happening within the country, Doctor. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention, that it is not far away, that you will not be able to, at the cost in which the rate at which these tariffs are being slapped on India by multiple countries. I think adding insult to the injuries, Dr. Swami, I can tell you there is news in the US that Trump might make a visit to Pakistan in September, and no news about him visiting India same time. That would be a huge slap if that doesn't happen, Doctor. If it happens that he goes only to Pakistan and not come to see India, I think this has been pulled by others. They go to Pakistan first, then come to India. I think Obama did the same thing. I think India has lost its stature globally. Say that they're a very important country. India has lost the idea that they could actually be a strategic partner with America, because they've been siding around with Russia and then pussyfooting in China. That doesn't show that you have somebody of strength that countries can rely. And Modi has not been a person who can be relied upon when it comes to these kind of matters. In fact, he's buckled to Maldives. All the other chota mota countries in and around India, they are all threatening India. Bangladesh, of all people, they are threatening India.
Yeah. We take this one specific matter. Pakistan had invaded Indian territory rather. And what was our response? We say, and how did they invade? The four of their men came. They were unarmed, visitors from the rest of India to see Kashmir, and they came with their wives. Their wives were made to watch while these four people from Pakistan told the 26 men who were there, take your pants off. We want to see whether you are a Muslim or a Hindu by checking whether you are circumcised or not, and then shot them one by one and in the front of their wives. And then they went back. Now we go to war, so-called war with Pakistan, and nothing of the kind happens that they go and look for these persons. When Trump calls and says, both of you come here, I want to talk to you and stop this nonsense of war. Both went. Why would Mr. Modi go and sit on a chair next to the Pakistanis while the US president is by telephone saying what should be done, and their vice president comes here and he conducts the meeting? Why would he do that? What is this? Because he is afraid that the Americans might spill some of the beans, which would completely destroy him in a court of law in India. So this is the kind of thing you see. Why did you stop that war? You should have said, I will not stop the war on Pakistan unless those four people are handed over to us. At least that must be there. Then we are willing to have ceasefire. But not unless you do that. He never said it. And he talks about women, their rights, and all this nonsense, you see. And the media, of course, is now completely, their money factor is such that they have to crawl before him. And that's what is happening today. Everywhere, the status of an Indian as a fighter, or a man or an Indian who can stand up on an equal footing in any debate in any part of the world, that's all gone now. So this is the extent to which he has castrated, so to speak, to use his own words, this nation of ours.
Thank you.
Yes, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Swami. Sorry, have you finished, or I thought?
I've finished.
Doctor, before I hand it over to Arvind for his remarks and winding up the show, Dr. Swami, you have said it, some others have said it. I don't know whether our viewers and BJP supporters know that India is supposed to be the largest democracy, and this is not what they're knowing. I'm just telling you the next part, largest democracy. But does any of the BJP members or leaders or the media or the viewers know that since Modi has come to power in 2014, there has been no internal elections in the BJP. All are constituted bodies by Modi and his chamchas, whether it is the national executive, whether it is the parliamentary board. In fact, in 2024, there was no election for the leader of the BJP parliamentary party. Who should be the leader to become the prime minister? There was no such election. And all these are constituted body. The party president since 2014 is just selected and not elected. Is this not a shame on the largest democracy that a political party which prides itself being the largest political party in the world doesn't have internal party elections for the last 11 years? I want all these people, the media, to think about it. You all talk and praise Modi under the fear of Modi. But has there been any party elections since the last 11 years? And even what is being now conducted is a sham election, as the man who resigned, the MLA Raja Singh from Telangana, who has resigned, has said in his protest letter of resignation that he wanted to file his he wanted to file his nomination as the state BJP president of Telangana, but he realized the 10 supporters he has to get for seconding his nomination, those were all threatened by those people in power, being those who are in power in the BJP, and he couldn't even file his nomination in spite of being a Hindutva icon and being very popular in Telangana and Hyderabad region. So this is the democracy that is prevailing in the BJP since 2014. And we then go on to say many things, but internal democracy is also missing. A fiasco with China, the less said the better. 4,065 square kilometers of fresh Indian territory has been taken over by China across the LAC. And we have signed perhaps another LAC conceding all that. Viewers will be surprised to know that in 2020, perhaps April, May, we fought that big battle for Galwan. That Galwan, where government said 20 soldiers had died, and we honored them. We gave them different decorations. Unfortunately, all their sacrifice has gone in vain because the government of India has surrendered Galwan to China. This is my challenge. You don't allow RTI, you don't allow discussion in parliament where Dr. Swami files a question, and today Galwan is being surrendered. Forget the folly. We are not ready to forgive Jawaharlal Nehru for whatever he did 62 and before. But this gentleman is denying RTI, and Galwan is no more with India. And what have we attained in the international arena? One telephone call from Trump has made India go down to the level of Pakistan. Today, India has gone to such a low level that Mr. Trump has equated India with Pakistan, and we are on the same level. A few more days of Operation Sindoor would have finished Pakistan, but we surrendered. So this is the position why Modi has led the country. In fact, many of our viewers are posting comments. They say, why wait till September? Let Modi go now. Not only for the age, but for all this debacle which India is facing. So with these remarks, it is over to Arvind Chaturvedi for his final concluding remarks.
I entirely agree with the last remark, Jagdish, you made, that despite of the fact that Modi is going to complete 75 years in the September month, but he should go not only for the age, which is only a practice, not a written constitution or rule, but he should go, as I said earlier, I repeat, that for all round failure of the government, in 2024 he came with a declined majority, not even majority, 240 seats, which was an indication enough that his popularity among the people is going down. And despite of the fact that many of the opposition people have blamed the practices of election commission and all that, that how the seats were won, I'm not going to that. But I'm saying performance is the criteria. BJP rose the democratic wave by saying that they are going to protect Hindutva, and what they have done. Ramesh gave example of Pandharpur. It is not only Pandharpur, Uttar Pradesh, in Uttarakhand, in Maharashtra, the state after state, the BJP governments are taking over temples. Recently, I got a call from one of the public representative of BJP and claiming that what BJP is doing is actually the anti-promises. Whatever they had promised, they are going against the promises. But that is the cadre which is feeling, and I'm sure people will realize. For example, socialist and secular issue which माननीय होसबोले जी ने जो मुद्दा उठाया अभी, डॉक्टर स्वामी ने ये मुद्दा पार्लियामेंट कोर्ट में उठाया था, और कोर्ट ने सरकार से पूछा कि आप धर्मनिरपेक्षता और समाजवाद के खिलाफ जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में है उसको हटाने के लिए सरकार क्या क्या रुख है. गवर्नमेंट वाज साइलेंट. Government is silent. That means RSS does not know what BJP is doing, or BJP is doing anything what RSS has been saying. एंड होसबोले जी ने भी ये सवाल उठाया, तो मैंने यही कहा, जब माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सरकार कोर्ट के जवाब में नहीं कहा, तो इस बहुत स्पष्ट है कि सरकार का परफॉर्मेंस उन मुद्दों पर भी गिर रहा है. दोज इश्यूज which were promised in the manifesto right in 2014 or 2019 have not been. Nobody talks about black money. There are some viewers who are questioning this, that what happened to the black money even after 11 years, and the promise was 3 lakh crore or whatever the estimated black money in the country. They were supposed to bring it within a month, and now it is 11 years. So considering all that issues, it is in the right interest of the party, right interest of the country,
Dr. Swami
right
wanted to say
interest of the
something.
country, that Pradhan Mantri ji should himself resign for non-performance.
Arvind
Yes, Ramesh, you want to add something?
Arvind ji, 1 minute. Dr. Swami, you were trying to say something. I think you got muted. You wanted to say something?
That's okay. I mean, basically, I was referring to the border thing in which he disgracefully sat before the Americans in the air. And, by the way, Trump did not come and address them. Trump did it by telephone. But the deputy came, and our prime minister sat before the deputy from America, and gave his explanations and so on and so forth. So I mean, that's what I wanted to say. I mean, when his own self-respect is involved, and if the person is strong, then he crumbles. It's only with the people who are in this country who are ordinary people who are going around that these people try to crush them and see that they don't get their democratic rights.
Arvind ji, go ahead. Sorry.
Lastly, Ram Setu issue, BJP has not taken note of even the court rulings and court comments about the Ram Setu, which Dr. Swami has been fighting to declare the राष्ट्रीय धरोहर बनाने के लिए डॉक्टर स्वामी ने जो संघर्ष किया है, उसका बीजेपी ने मान्यता ही नहीं मानी. उन्होंने सरकार से पूछा गया न्यायालय में, और सरकार अभी तक कोई जवाब नहीं दे पाई. तो इन सब मुद्दों को देखते हुए, considering all these issues, I think it is about time that we should have a change in the leadership of the country. BJP should identify another leader, irrespective of age. In fact, I would support that RSS should support Dr. Swami. He is the only able person who can run this country today in these multiple circumstances that country is facing. Thank you, Dr. Swami, for bringing this issue. You have been saying this earlier, and September is not very far. And people who are in the decision making should listen to this issue and identify the reasons why there should be a change in the leadership. Thank you, Jagdish Shetty ji and Ramesh Swami ji. You have been contributing significantly to this program, and our technical team, which is led by Ashish Shetty, Tejas Navalgul, Swaminathan, Gadgi Rakesh, Ishwar Iyer, Ajesh Nair, and Gurdat Shetty. They are doing wonderful job. Thank the technical team. Like this, we'll be meeting again next Sunday. We have been meeting on Sundays. This was the 273rd episode, and soon we'll be completing 300 episode of this popular program led by Dr. Swami. Thank you, Dr. Swami. Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, Jagdish ji. And we'll be meeting again next Sunday, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Till then, Namaskar, Jai Hind, Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Hind or Jai Shri Ram.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Ram.
Ram.